Hi, Culturalenigma here. Um, Thought I'd do a quick update. Well, I don't know how quick it'll be. Thought I'd do a quick vlog and just talk about some of the things that I've noticed here on YouTube lately. Those of you who know me know that I'm a huge Pink fan. I love her stuff. There's pretty much not any song that she's done that I don't like. I'm a fan of the person that I see in media. I obviously don't know her personally, but everything that I've seen her put out there, I pretty much can respect. I was on the Vivo channel today, and I was watching, or yesterday actually, and I was watching her Raise Your Glass video. And there were so many ridiculous comments on there about her being in the Illuminati and about this and about that. One of the posters, and no names are needed because she's really irrelevant. It's not her I want to talk about, but more like the idea of what she did. One of the posters decided that she wanted to call out the fact that there were two guys kissing in the video for Raise Your Glass. Now everybody that's a fan of Pink's knows that Pink is a very vocal gay rights supporter. And this individual decided to go into a forum where Pink's the featured artist and make some off-the-cuff remark about two men kissing, about gays kissing, and then why do people have to, why are all of a sudden celebrities supporting gay rights? And from there it just degenerated into this, hate fest, and the YouTubers had their way with her. But I thought, well, maybe I'll try something a little different. So I did go to her, and I posted on there, and I said that, I'll not come at you with a bunch of hate like everybody else. And I tried to talk to her intelligently, and eventually she countered somebody else's comment with, dun dun dun, the Bible. Now, again, those of you who know me also know that I don't do very much in the way of religious or belief kind of conversations here on this on YouTube. I don't have a problem with people giving me their opinions and their belief structure, and I don't have a problem sharing it. I just don't feel like it should be required. I don't feel like you have to. If you want to give the information, you should. If you don't, then you don't have to. The reason I brought it up is as it degenerated into just ridiculousness, she spouted the same garbage that people often do, quoting one phrase out of the Bible. I threw 3 or 4 back at her, but, she decided to come back at me. It was quite funny, though, that she did quote one verse that talks about understanding and knowledge and wisdom. And the way she used it was kind of ironic, that it was talking about once you get wisdom, you'll get an understanding. And shortly before, she said that open-mindedness is a path straight to hell. Anyway, like I said, she's irrelevant. It doesn't matter who she is. I'm not even going to give her name. I'm not going to give this person any more attention than she already needs, but she already has. But what I wanted to touch on is I've actually had this conversation with a few people. I have family members who are gay, and I have close friends who are gay. I have family and loved ones and friends who are of other religions, or no religion, no belief structure at all. This is it, and then we die and we turn to worm food, which that's their choice. And they've all learned that they can give me their opinion and I don't judge them for it. It's theirs. Because I am of the belief that what may not be real to you or someone over there or anybody else may be real to me. If I believe it and I feel it, then it's real to me. And who is anybody else to tell me that it's not? They can give me all the logic in the world and it wouldn't change my mind. And to me, that's what faith is. See, if, say someone like, I don't know, somebody, and I'm sorry, Ben, I'm going to use you as an example only because we've actually had this conversation and you know my feelings and thoughts and you won't be offended by this. Say that my good friend, the Caruths, awesome dude, I'm going to stick his link right there. Um, go check him out. Read fucking awesome poetry, writing, smart, really, really smart article. But no, say Ben came to me and said to me, the Bible is full of stories. The church did this, did that, and that's just to say if I that I believe in Christianity. I'm just using this as an example because she was quoting the Bible. And he gave me all these really logical sounding arguments to why the myth of Christianity, and I'm not saying that I believe it's a myth, and I'm not saying that I don't. I'm just using this as an example, is wrong. That this is all made up. It's a way to keep the masses in check. It's the way that the church kept control over the people, and now that it's kind of irrelevant because we don't have to have that kind of control. We need a separation of church and state. Blah blah blah. If I'm a true believer and I have faith, no matter what logic he presents, no matter what argument, no matter how sound the argument, I'm going to believe nothing he throws at me will be able to penetrate my belief, my faith, my wall. Then you have the other people who pluck random things out of the air. They parrot the words of the people they believe to be their religious and spiritual leaders, rather than thinking and judging for themselves, not judging other people, and being a basically good human. They pick a thing and they just attack. And then when something comes back at them with logic, a sound argument, they don't know how to react. They panic. They start throwing Bible verses and referring back to, we'll just use the example of homosexuality, referring back to this one or two verses in this whole Bible that spans so much time. And they don't have a good argument. They just keep falling back on this one thing. They can't debate it, but they argue it defensively. The Bible, if you're a believer in Christianity and you have true faith, God is an omnipotent being. He's fully capable of defending himself. The Bible, if you believe it to be the true Word of God, is fully capable of standing on its own as it is. It doesn't need someone who's ill-equipped to argue it. It'd be like me going down to the corner if I got arrested and had a court date and asking the clerk at the 7-Eleven to defend me in criminal court. Asking some of these idiots, and yes, they are, to defend Christianity really gives Christianity and those who want to help promote it a black eye. Black eye. Eyeball. It's just sad because they're not ruled by faith. They're not out there spreading their word and gathering a flock with faith. They're corralling with fear. They're chasing with fear. And they themselves are probably not very sturdy in their own belief structure. They probably have their own doubts. They probably have their own insecurities. I have no doubt in my mind this individual on the Vivo page is rife with insecurities. Her foundation is probably cracked. She probably cannot argue anything other than throwing some ridiculous Bible verse that she probably Googled to get there. And unfortunately for her, I don't need to Google them. The way I was raised, I'm pretty well versed. Do I believe everything that I've read and was taught? Maybe, maybe not. Doesn't really matter. But it just bothers me when I see people like that throwing any religion, whether she was Jewish, Christian, Muslim, whatever, around to cause hurt and hate. I really don't like that. And I don't know. I just felt like coming on here and talking about that. And sorry, Ben, You know, I've got nothing but love for you and your channel. So I don't know. It was just a thought that popped into my head, and I had to get it out before it festered and became like a brain zit. That's really gross.